The 24th of August 2023, the way Mr. Ade is looking at me, I don't like it.
No, I was about to make the same mistake. So I don't, nothing at all. I was actually going to make the same mistake. Okay. I blame our producer.
Yes, but at least, yeah, it's Thursday, the 24th of August 2023, and this is the This Morning program coming to you live on QTV. And I am Jul Denja. It's always good to be back here, lads. Like we always do, like Balde will say, this is your morning dose where we bring about issues happening in the country and, of course, around the world, you know. And my co-host today, like yesterday, is Mr. Ade Drame. Good morning, Mr. Drame.
Good morning, Julde. It's great to be here. And as always, as Balde always says, this is a better pick-me-up than even a cup of coffee. So, yes, welcome to This Morning program.
Thank you. So, today, we also have the African proverb, though Mr. Ade always says that we should give him the name of the country, African country where this proverb is coming from. And, of course, we have the newspaper review, and he will be my newspaper review guest. And of course, we have on the segment, we will have Glorious Njai, Miss Gambia 2023. She'll be here to talk to us about she's canvassing for votes for the Miss Heritage Global. So she will be here to talk to us about that. And of course, we have the coach Ibrahim Amane, who is QSL. They recently opened their Nawetan. So he will talk to us about that. These and more other stories and interesting things happening in this morning program. And of course, Mr. Ade.
Shall I read?
Yes, but I'll give you the go-ahead, like I was saying.
Right.
I'll give you the go-ahead to start today.
Very cowardly of you. The proverb or the quote says, if your only tool is a hammer, you will see every problem as a nail. It's not a difficult one, actually, to interpret. Because a hammer is not a very dexterous tool. It's good for smashing things down. And so if you have something that's, for example, if you had to carve an edge on this table, a hammer would be no good for it. It's not flexible, it's not subtle. And so if you are of a mentality where you are, everything is a problem, then you don't look for solutions. So it's not that difficult. You see everything as something to be hammered down, in the literal sense, but in the general sense, metaphorical sense, it means that you're not subtle, you're not flexible, you're too intransigent, you hold on to your position and so on. Everything is a problem other than looking at something. If something presents itself as an obstacle, instead of saying, oh, what are the solutions? You think, I'll just flatten it. I'll just ride over it, rather than saying this is an obstacle to be negotiated in a particular way. So it's about subtlety, it's about inventiveness, it's about cleverness and so on. So, yeah.
Nice. Okay, for me, I will still... from your own point of view, like you said, it's about solving a problem using the same approach like you mentioned, and addressing an issue using the same way, or every problem requires different solutions.
Exactly.
But in this instance, you see like people who are always approaching the same different problems with the same approach or with the same solution, which does not usually work. Or if you stick to one solution, you say, okay, this is general, I'm going to really solve this using the same approach. And it does not always work like that. Sometimes it's good to be flexible, especially if you are a leader or a boss. You don't have to, it's not like an animal kingdom.
I'm glad you used that example, because that's the example I was going to use, actually, that if, for example, you're a manager and you have 15 members of staff, to get work out of them, you cannot use the same approach because they are individuals. And for each person, you might need something that you need to say and something that you need to do to get the same amount of productivity out of them. You can't use just a blanket approach. And that's where some people make the mistake. They think, I'm the boss or I'm the leader, do this, without thinking, oh, well, this person, each person has different talents, different abilities. How do you bring and how do you tease those abilities out of them? So I'm glad you used that example, because that's the one I was about to use about managing people.
That is where most people fail, and in this country oftentimes you hear young people say, in this country I don't think we have leaders, we have bosses everywhere, because they can't really get to manage people, and it's very difficult to manage people, that I know. But sometimes based on the approach you use, you can actually get people in your fingertip. People will respect you, they will obey you, and of course they will do whatever you want to do as a leader. But sometimes it's not always forced. You don't always want to show yourself, okay, I am the boss, and whatever I want will happen, or this is what I want, and this is the same approach that I will use to everybody. Or no, you know, it's not like I don't want to be seen as someone who is unfair. So it means if you are late, I will have to punish you. It's the same punishment that applies to everybody. It does not really work like that. Like you said, conditions are different, people are different, you know, their way of life is different. So sometimes you can't really use the same approach for everybody. And I would say that not just because you're here.
Well,
but
don't say it then.
I will say, Mr. Ade, not because you are here, but trust me, like Mr. Ade, you are an amazing person. You are an amazing leader, not just a boss, but you are a leader. You know, and everybody respects you because you get to, you know, understand the situations and people. You get to put yourself in their shoe, and that is what a good leader should do. You know, you don't always have to be that strict person. I mean, you don't always get the respect that you deserve, but you have to be that humble human being. You have to be accommodating. You have to be there for the people. Sometimes, trust me, people are going through a lot of issues in their lives, and you know, they just want to come to work, enjoy work, love what they are doing, and they do it to the best of their ability. But if you have a leader or a boss who is always there, you know, trying to frustrate you, and you are already frustrated at home or in other places, I mean, it doesn't always work like that, and you can't get the best out of people if you always frustrate them.
I mean, it's true, and sometimes you have real situations that teach you, that give you the example. So when I was in the UK, there was a time when I managed 20 people, and we dealt with cases that were being processed to go to court and then, you know, get judgments and so on. And one of my members of staff, she'd been quite good, suddenly her work was kind of failing, and, you know, my bosses were on my case saying, you know, discipline her, do da 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 da. So in the end, I called her aside and I said, you know, why this change? You know, took her to a room and I wanted to speak to her. And it turned out that she was actually facing a lot of physical abuse at home from her husband. And this was, in the end, I have to say, I managed to convince her to actually go and report this to the police because it was that bad. It was quite severe, sort of physical sort of beating that she was getting, and it was obviously affecting her mental state and so on. She was coming to work, and suddenly she'd gone from this bright, bubbly person to kind of scared and timid, and the change was too dramatic. You know, so sometimes if I'd done what my bosses had said, you know, make sure she produces 10 cases like her colleagues, then that would have been even worse. But, you know, why is it? You know, so, you know, it's about, as you said, you know, you have to treat cases individually and people individually. You know, we're not machines.
Yeah. So with that, we will go for a short commercial break. When we return, the program continues. To stay tuned.
So listen up, Q City in Bigelow presents the QCell Open Nawetan, August 26th, 2023. Only 16 teams can compete. Register now. Just $10,000 to join the action. Young or seasoned, all are welcome. Dazzling prizes await. $50,000 cash, gold medal and glory. Cash reward for runner-ups plus special awards. Registration ends August 24th. Only 16 spots ready to play. Call 3655-463. Now, it's your time to sign at QCell Open Nawetan in Q City Bigelow. QCell Open Nawetan. Your game, your glory.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G Internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G Internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The future is now. With QCell's 5G network, experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell brings you the future with our ultimate bundles. Enjoy the best voice and data bundle plans in one package. Get unlimited data packages with flexible validity and enjoy what true internet feels like. Get 30 minutes of on-net and off-net calls with 5 gigabytes of data for just $350. Or get bigger bundle packages from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with over 100 on-net and off-net voice calls and enjoy the fastest internet speed in the Gambia. You can also buy 1-day, 3-day or even 7-day packages and enjoy unlimited data bundles with uncapped speeds. Just dial *343# today and experience the limitless capabilities of the QCell network. *343# should be your favorite code to dial now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot Model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system with reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-22-222 or 353-4444.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is This Morning program coming to you on QTV, and I am Jundenjai. We were talking about the African proverb, and we've had some interesting discussions there with Mr. Ade. And yeah, this is what we always do, talk about issues happening in the country, but also share people's minds and perceptions about things in life. So that is why this African proverb is always interesting, and it's one of my favorites in this program. So now we will go straight to our guest. I'm afraid we will not bring you the newspaper review because we don't have enough time, and we started off late today. So we have Miss Glorious Jai in the studio today, our very own Miss Glorious Jai. Good morning, Miss Jai.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
We understand that you're canvassing for votes, and the last time I checked, Gambia, we were first. How far is that? How have you gone?
Canvassing for votes for what?
For Miss Glorious, Miss Heritage.
Miss Heritage
Yes, Miss
Global.
Heritage Global.
Which is in South Africa.
Yes. So,
Are we still first position?
so first, I'll say good morning, viewers.
Okay.
I am Gloria Tadijatunjai, the reigning Miss Gambia. I'll also be representing Gambia in the upcoming Miss Heritage Global next month in South Africa. So currently we're on the voting competition, as you mentioned. And Gambia, we were first, but now we're second. So we're not giving up, because I know we'll go back to be in first position, because there are 53 countries that are competing for the global pageant. So the country with the highest vote automatically makes it to the top 10. You've secured your spot in the top 10 before even getting to the competition. So that's why the voting competition is very important, because it fast tracks you in the competition.
Sure.
So any other project that we'll be doing and other things, it will just add up to you winning the crown, which I'm so hopeful that Gambia will come back home with the crown.
So you said that Gambia is second at the moment. Second
Yes.
to which country?
Gabon.
To Gabon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
That
are we
name
second?
again.
We were voting. Gambians were really voting. The last time I checked, I was really happy seeing other countries having some thousands, maybe others 3, others 5. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I am so proud. But what happened?
Yes, I'm
That's so
also
difficult.
like so happy, even though we're second, but like to me, we're still first.
Yeah.
Because of how people have been so supportive, people have been voting. Because we know Gambia, how we are. When it comes to voting, people get tired, especially with the voting, the duration, because it started on the 1st of August and it will end on the 18th of September. So it's a long time. So some people will feel like, oh, okay, there are so many days left, so we can still vote or catch up. But I'm so happy that people have been responding and they've been voting continually. So I believe that we'll surely make it, because Gabon is just before Gambia with 1,100 and something votes, which I feel that we can double up.
And Gambia, although it's small,
Yes.
to even, as you said, even though we're second, to be first, it's like you're almost first, given the
Yes.
size of Gambia's population
Yes,
to that
exactly.
of Gabon. So, you know, that's, but how can people vote? Because if people are watching, they're thinking, well, I'd love to vote. How do I vote? Where do I go?
Yes, so I've been sharing the link on my platform on Facebook, Glorious Hadijatunjai. So every morning I share the link, and a couple of people like Kex and Landing CC, they've been also sharing. So if you're following Kex News and Landing CC or myself, you can have the link, because every day we give a summary, like how many votes Gambia has made, how many days are left, how many days we voted, all those things. We give a breakdown so people know that at least the vote, the way they're voting, West Gambia is still making votes each
So
day.
can an individual vote more than once?
Well, you can vote, the voting competition, you can vote once every day, but you can subscribe also to be a premium user. So if you subscribe to be a premium user, you can vote 5 times a day.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what are the maximum? Do you have any maximum votes that is required for this competition or no?
No, just by the 18th of September, the person that comes out with the highest vote wins the voting competition.
Okay.
So there's no amount that was.
So what does this really mean?
In terms of how often somebody can vote. Well, as Gloria says, if you register to be a premium one, I guess there's a payment involved.
Yes.
Yes. Then you can vote 5 times a day. So
Yeah,
5
instead of
times a
1.
day from now till 18th of September.
September, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, what does this what does it mean to be crowned as the champion
okay.
of the voting competition? What does that really mean?
Yeah,
as far as this global heritage competition
You
is
automatically secure a spot in the top 10. Because there are 53 countries. So if you win the voting competition, you know you're secured, you're part of the top 10.
Sure.
So every other the projects that they've been giving us to do, and when we get there during the campaign period, the things that we'll be doing, the competitions that we'll be doing also, would also sum up to you imagine as the winner.
So what are we expecting as far as this particular competition is concerned?
Well,
What does the winner get, for example?
well, they've not. I know last year the winner gets like a prize of I think $10,000.
Okay.
But this year they said there are little changes that they're doing, so it has not been revealed yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know for sure.
So you mentioned 53 countries,
Yes.
and it's global, so
Yeah.
it's not just an African thing.
Yeah.
But do you know how many African nations are in the competition or not?
Not really, but I
Okay.
know there's Nigeria, there's Gabon, there's Ghana,
Okay.
Liberia, Kenya. There are other countries, yeah.
No, my people from Cape Verde, they're not there? No?
Cape Verde, no.
Why
I
are you
don't-
guys not there?
Can't very So Miss Heritage Global,
Yeah.
what are the thematic areas that they are going to focus on during this competition?
Well, the pageant is centered on promoting each country's heritage, culture, tradition. So each country gets to display their own heritage, their culture. So for now that we're in our countries, we have projects that we're working on, like visiting heritage sites. So weeks ago, I visited Kirbach, Stone Circle. So a lot of people know Wasu.
Sure.
But I visited, but there's Kirbach as well.
Right.
So they're giving us platforms that you try to make people know other places that are in your country. For example, a lot of people, when you say Stone Circle, they say Wasu.
Wasu, which
But
is the one I've been to.
yes, but there's Kirbach. So it's an avenue also to promote our own heritage and culture in the country.
Sure. Is there any UNESCO? I know UNESCO have a big thing about heritage. Are they connected to this competition at all? Because they're very big on heritage sites and that sort of thing.
Yes, they are. Because different countries are promoting their heritage, culture, and tradition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you talk about heritage, culture, and tradition, of course, over the years we've not been doing enough in terms of promoting our very own cultures and traditions, especially our heritage sites.
Yeah.
Most of them are dilapidated and all of that. Does that really count?
Well, to them, they're just making a way for us to be able to promote these sites and also make people aware that these sites are there. So if there's any renovation or anything that is needed, at least you can take it up from there also.
Because you've highlighted it.
Yes.
And as you said, you haven't gone to Wasu, you've gone to Kerbach, which has been, even if not physically neglected, mentally.
Yes.
For a lot of people, when you say Stone Circle, they don't think of that first.
Exactly.
But you're now bringing it to light. And of course, I guess by throwing a highlight on it, that might actually bring, who knows, maybe funds that can allow it to be sort of rehabilitated.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So there are different projects that they've given us to do. Because another one is like, if a heritage site needs renovation and all these things, like you go there physically and see how you can try to. It's also you leaving a mark there that, okay, when I was Miss Heritage Gambia, this is what I did in this heritage site to make sure that it's maintained or secured and people can visit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's bring it back to Miss Heritage Gambia, which you've just mentioned. How was that competition run? What was involved and what did you need to do to win?
Okay, so there was no Miss Heritage Gambia.
Okay.
So when I won Miss Gambia, it was like part of the package to represent Gambia on an international level.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So this was like the first pageant that came. So I was registered and automatically, since I'm Miss Gambia, it was just like that.
Now you said you're given projects. Do you choose the projects? Or, for example, Kerbach, was that your idea? Or did they say, here's one project and so on? How did that come about?
Yeah, they just said visit a heritage site that people do not know.
Right.
It's in your country, but people do not know. So you try to visit there, talk about the place, so people get to know that this place exists in your country or which region it exists. So
let's throw the challenge to you. You've chosen Kerbach. Sell it to us as a heritage site.
So
why did you choose it?
Absolutely,
and what is so special about it? Imagine you're in the competition and you're convincing the judges that this is why you should come to this site. We are the judges. Just
yeah, so
pretend.
firstly, if that project is placed before me, I would not choose what everybody knows. I'll go for something that people don't know, obviously, so that I can shed light on that place. And recently, it's a place that they've just renovated, so it looks very nice right now with a museum that would give you a brief summary of what Gambia is all about, our tradition, what our ancestors used at a particular time, fabrics, and it's so beautiful. So, and it's in the Central River region, where I've never been. It was also my first time. So this pageant also has given me an opportunity to visit.
Have you been there? Central River region? I saw it since I've come to the Gambia. I found out that many people who are Banjulians or Greater Banjulians have never been any wider than Greater Banjul.
So for me, it's like an opportunity for me to be able to visit different parts of the country as well, and learn also from what other people, not just because we've just spent our whole life just around here, the KMC, Banjul, West Coast. So Kerbach, visiting there, it has this V shape stone circle that's there, and sometimes when you say the V shape, they're like, did it fall or did they
Was
make
it
it like
carved?
that?
Yeah,
Yes.
quite.
So it's amazing to see that, and so many years. It was not just made maybe last year or
Centuries.
yes, centuries.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have the grave there. You have the stones that are just, they are aligned in a way that it makes a perfect circle.
Yeah,
Wow.
quite.
So all these things, like the people that made it really took out time and passion and just to carve beautiful things like that, that
Yeah.
we can also go and look into them and say, okay, our ancestors did something that is so amazing.
So in terms of our cultures and of course tradition, what are you going to showcase as far as our cultures and tradition are concerned?
Yes, so Gambia, to me, comparing Gambian culture and other countries, I feel other countries, their culture is more sophisticated than us. Because you see them with the beads, a lot of beads, like Kenya, South Africa, how they dress, and our own is like a bit simple to me. When you compare it on international platforms, when you go out, we just wear like our grambuba and a little bead with some little accessories. And other countries, you see them come out and you're thinking that, oh, they have all the beads of the country with them. So to me, I just don't want to stick with one, maybe Wolof. I want to combine everything. So when I come out, it's Gambia.
Wow.
Not one
like the
tradition.
Fulani,
Yes.
the
Well, I was gonna
Mandinka,
say,
the
because
Wolof. Yeah.
when they
I was gonna ask, like, which one are you going to choose?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm not sure you could choose just one.
Yeah.
Because when they have Commonwealth Day here,
Yeah.
they get children to dress up in the culture of whichever particular
Yeah.
tribe they belong to, and it's beautiful. You see children who are Fula, you see, Mandinka and so on, and it's all, they all have quite rich cultures
Culture, yeah.
that, as you said, we don't highlight enough.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, something like this. I think it would be difficult to choose one and say
Yes.
this represents Gambia, because
Yeah.
it's quite diverse and it's quite a rich tapestry
Yeah.
that makes up the Gambia. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy for everything that I've just put together. So Gambia, watch out.
Watch out
'Cause
for
I'm
our
not
own Miss
disappointed.
Glorious. Yeah, no, you never disappointed us.
So
And I know you won't disappoint this time.
yes.
And I guess you've also mentioned about the link, and now you've kind of thrown the challenge to us here at QTV. Now that we featured you on this morning, we'll have to put it on our
Yeah.
page
Yes,
as well, our
sure.
Facebook page as well, to say people, this is the link and this is how you can vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss
Thank
Njai.
you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so
Gambia, you have to vote. We have to secure that first position. We
Yes.
have to really. Thank you very much for coming. We
you.
will go for a short commercial break. When we return, the program continues.
Football fanatics, listen up. Q City in Bigelow presents the QCell Open Nawetan, August 26th, 2023. Only 16 teams can compete. Register now. Just $10,000 to join the action. Young or seasoned, all are welcome. Dazzling prizes await. $50,000 cash, gold medal and glory, cash reward for runner-ups, plus special awards. Registration ends August 24th. Only 16 spots ready to play. Call 3655-463. Now, it's your time to sign at QCell Open Nawetan in Q City Bigelow. QCell Open Nawetan. Your game, your glory.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, and we are now on our last segment, and we have Coach Ibrahim Amane on the studio to talk to us about the QCell Open Nawetan. Good morning, Mr. Mane, and welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Adi.
Coach, welcome to the program. This, of course, as she said, is the last, but for me, probably my favorite sport is football.
Is it?
And I love many sports, but what exactly is an Open Nawetan, and what can we look forward to at Q City on the weekend?
As the name implies, it's open to all categories. For instance, the community, because Nawetan is mostly community participation.
Sure.
And that's why it's because if you look at the structure, you have the GFF recognized Nawetan zones.
Yes.
And most teams will look for qualifying spots.
Sure.
And you'll find like 25 to 26 teams that register for looking for only 2 or 3 spots in a Nawetan. And then the rest will have nowhere to play.
Yeah.
So we thought it wise, because annually we organize our own program with the academy itself. This year we did not. And we thought of coming up with an Open Nawetan. An Open Nawetan means that there is no restrictions. Restrictions such as professionals will not play, divisional players will not play, national team players will not play, or if you play in a Nawetan zone or recognized zone, you won't have times to play. So we open it to all categories to come and play. So sometimes you will see professionals, some of them are retired, and some of them are looking for conditioning. And then you can see some other national players who have just recovered from trauma and they want to play. Kids will come and look, and then some of those people who have played in the past, they have not seen them. So the joy of seeing them playing, so that's why we, for now,
it's an open.
particularly this year, we make it as an open tournament.
Now you've got 16 teams, and teams have to register, and it's a kind of first come, first served basis. So how's that gone so far in terms of the registration process?
Right, we target 16 teams, the first teams that paid for the registration. So far we have got 11 teams.
Okay.
And they come out like daily property in Babylon.
Okay.
Babylon, you have football lovers from Brikama, Greenland FC, Bolong Kante. Bolong Kante, I think this is a Mandinka language.
Right.
Then you have HWFC, Alatentu FC or Alatentu United FC, Colin FC, Bijilo FC, Late Musa Fall FC is from Bijilo too, Kirserin FC. Then you have Q Group.
Sure. Go.
Q Group under the leadership of the social club Lamin Dabo.
Sure.
They thought to patronize the tournament.
Okay.
It's very good because it's bringing the whole group members together. We have allocated the field for them to train and sort out their team as soon as possible. So far they are training.
All right.
So,
in terms of registration, I guess the most important thing is what's the date, and is there already a cutoff in terms of registration? Because you've got 11, we would like to have 16 teams. So if somebody's watching now, how can they register in time?
The initial deadline was on the 22nd. But what happens when we have the meeting, actually let me just talk about the parties involved in this. You have QCell Marketing represented by Ami Sise. Then you have QTV represented by Mr. Carr, the manager and head of corporate, that is Mr. Tunkara.
Sure.
Then you have Q City, you have Usman Kebe, the general manager of Quantum. And you have Patricia Gay and myself. These are the parties involved in the organization of the tournament.
Okay.
All right. But for the registration, what we require is for teams to visit Q City. We have a registration form that has detailed requirement of what is needed. and then you will pay $10,000. The deadline initially was on the 22nd.
22nd, yes.
22nd, but what happened, the adverts did not come early on TV.
Oh, okay.
So we moved it 2 days ahead, as 24. So today is the last day. We are 11. We expect to other 4 teams to register before the end of the today, hopefully. And then when we have that, then the tournament probably will kick off. When I say probably, will kick off on the 26th. But 26th is the date that we decided on Saturday to start. But this is going to be a member representative association. And that is, I'm going to just coordinate, but they will run their Nawetan.
Okay.
The 16 teams that will participate in the tournament, we will require representatives from each of the teams. And that will form the organizing committee of the tournament. Then within the organizing committee, you will have subcommittees that will be responsible for the discipline, appeal and disciplinary committee, the competition department and other things. Then they will run it. And then we will only imply the CAF and FIFA rules, but that will be bylaws that we will be agreeing on, such as how many changes that we will be allowing, and also would we be increasing the number of registration during the break, because we require 25-man squad. But that could change when we agree. And probably if the members also thought, do we need a bit of time to do registration and other things, we will look at all those things.
Now, a lot of people watching this are thinking, okay, well, there's a 10,000 fee. I know at the end of it, if we win, we'll get a big shiny trophy. What about cash prizes?
Well, we we have $50,000 for the winners, and also we have 25 medals for gold medal for the winners. We have a giant trophy for the winners. We also have winners T-shirt that the QSL will design. But QSL also promises to give the 4 teams that reach to the semifinals. Each of the teams will have a set of new jersey. And we are, just like we are cooperating with the Navetans in the sense that there are gate takings. So teams does benefit from the gate takings. So we only take it from what they do. That is 60 to 40% for the share base.
So I know that this is a QSL initiative, but are you in partnership with any other organization or foundation for this particular Nawetan, or is just QSL funding everything?
No, what happens, the main partners is QTV, QSL, and Q City. QSL is, they will be dealing with the awards, the prize, as marketing. And then QTV will be dealing with the publicity and the advertisement, covering some important matches for the tournament. Then Q City will be providing the venue, that is the football field, the tent, the other logistics. Then the organizing committee, the money that the 10,000 they are paying will be going towards the logistics, the security, the referees payment, and other incidents for the tournament. So basically, this is the foundation. When you say the foundation, actually, you know, Q City is under the Q Group Foundation. And our corporate and social responsibility is one of the ways of improving comradeship, fun, and inspire people to have aspiration. And you can do that mostly with sports. That's why we choose sports.
Okay. This particular one, you were targeting 16 teams, but so far you got 11. So come next year, these teams that participated, are they going to be direct qualification for the Nawetan, or it doesn't work like that?
Yeah, those are the plans for next year. To answer that first before I go to the other, yes, these teams that have participated in the maiden tournament will become the founding members of the tournament going forward. Whether it become a recognized zone or whether it become any other monumental platform, they will be founding members. But what will happen, some of this will drop along the way. Why? Because most of these teams will be looking for qualification sport for other Nawetan. And should they have, or should they be successful, then that means we will be looking for other teams to replace them. We hope that will be the case. So you'll be seeing probably new faces oftentimes in every annual program. But what we also have in plan is mostly at QCD, we want to promote youth involvement.
Okay.
And so we thought it's going to be cumbersome this time around to get the academy playing 3 o'clock and get the senior people playing at 5 o'clock. So what we thought, let us look at the experiences and the challenges probably we'll encounter in this one, and that would give us a platform to see how we tackle when we are going to run both the Nawetans concurrently. But for sure, we will run the academy Nawetan next year. But what we also wanted to do is the teams that will participate this year, we will want to develop a curriculum for coach education. We'll develop a curriculum that tailor-made to the standard and levels of the coaches within this setup. Because the issue here is, unless the people know how they do things, the technical know-how, you will have to experience a lot of issues. But we hope the challenges, we will face challenges, obviously, but they will form the bedrock of our curriculum for next year, so that we will avoid it. When people are educated, then we overcome certain shortfalls.
Let me throw in a curveball here. We've just seen a very successful Women's World Cup. I've been watching Women's World Cup for a very long time, and it's the best. This one that's just concluded is the best that I can recall in terms of skill. Women's football is doing very poorly here in the Gambia. The one we're talking about now, it's mainly men and boys that will be taking part. Is any consideration being given to running a kind of a women's tournament along similar lines?
You see, football, it's a good question. Football starts from the main office, from the GFF. I think, I don't know how to put this away, because
being diplomatic.
Let me really be, because if you look at around the country, wherever you go, you have this Sunday football, you have this Saturday weekend football. Mostly it's dedicated to kids, boys, young boys. Hardly with girls football.
Sure.
And you probably may not find girls football academy. If there are probably a few.
Sure.
So I think that is not in our plan for now. Really, when we had the academy, we had a mixed academy. That is, we have boys and girls, and then they all train the same hour at the same time. Because it was going to be difficult to have only women, because you wouldn't be able to have a lot of them coming because of some. I think you will understand some of the taboo and the traditions that are associated with it. But I think at the main level, that is at the GFF level, football is doing great in the women football is doing great in the Greater Combo area. But when we go in through the inlands, it's difficult. It's very difficult because prominent members of the villages or the provinces are within here. So mainly for us, their priority is to look at the male team going to the divisional football. And even going to the divisional football, that require financial muscle. And I know it because I have a team in our village that compete. I have a women team and I have a male team. It was very difficult for me to help the women team to go through, but the men has really.
Thank you very much. I'm afraid that's all we got time for.
Time has caught up with us.
It's always our enemy. Thank you very much for coming, Coach Ibrahim Amani, and of course we will be following up. Whatever new developments that you have, you can always come, and then we will be happy to really publicize it. Thank you very much for coming. Viewers, that's all we got for you for today's edition until we come your way next week. But before I go, I have to tell you who is responsible for my today's glow.
And while she's about to tell you very quickly, I meant to mention yesterday the weather forecast. If you want the best weather forecast that you can get here in the Gambia, Ministry of Fisheries, they put it on their website and it's very good, it's very extensive. It's raining very heavily right now, but if you'd gone on their website on Monday, you would have known that it's going to be raining very heavily today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ade. So my glow today, it's Njai Chara ku fajar moy Njai Chara wall market. Njai Chara xam ngeen ne moom moo am yu baax yi, mashallah, moo am yu baax yi, moo dee def yu baax yi. So Njai Chara wall market, so leen ko bëggee contact moom moo dee dooleel jigéen yi, moo leen dee listen businesses and all that. So leen ko bëggee am rek contact leen ko si 5910785 5910785 mu ngi fa Serekunda market soo leen fa demee rek dina leen jox yu nice yi abaya yi ak daala yu nice yi macha allah ak tiimam yoo xam ne dañ baax ñoom Awa ñoom Omar suma waayi macha allah da ngeen baax torop macha allah Njaay Carax daal mu fi rek pour dooleel jigéen ñi jàppale gaay si business bi ak si yeneen yi so Njaay Carax World Market moom moo ma solal tey ba ëllëg su ma ñëwee incha allah on Monday with another edition of this morning program so Njaay Carax rek moo si jaar soo leen bëggee am lii rek dem leen si Njaay Carax World Market jërë ngeen jëf